So iPad just got one step closer to replacing my MacBook. Like you can see, it's been already replaced, but with the iPad OS 15, it just makes the process faster. It just makes it easier for me to forget about my MacBook.
Trapped in the concept, falsely accused, was used, and misled, bitch, I'm hoping you fucking rest in peace.
What's up guys, Tech Tribe here. If you've gotten the notification on your iPad that there is iPadOS 15 available for your device to upgrade or to update now, go ahead and make the updates. But first thing first, before you make the updates, just you need to know that it takes lots of memories. So for example, this is a major update, so that is why it's going to require lots of memory. For example, for my device, it took 5 GB for it to install, and 5 gigs for the updates was a lot. Imagine if you have 64 GB for over older devices, you need to make sure that you have enough space. Go ahead and delete some files that you know you won't be needing, maybe videos or whatever you have, just to make sure you have enough space for the update. So first and first, if you notice on my screen, this is the home screen. If I slide to the left, that is when you see my widgets, notification widgets as well. And on here on the top of my screen, there are all my widgets. So what that basically means is now your widgets can go anywhere in your screen. So if you notice, if you're coming from iPadOS 14, you couldn't put any of these widgets in any other part of the screen. For example, I can copy and drag and leave it here in the middle. It would stay. If I want to put it in at the bottom, it would stay. So this is something really nice, really amazing. And now we have the weather widgets as well, and which is something really nice. It means you can actually customize your home screen the way you want your screen to look like. So easy way to get your widgets is simply by holding any application on the screen. It doesn't need to be necessarily on the application. It could be on the widgets, it could be on the screen as well. Let me just show if that still works on iPadOS 15. So holding any part of the screen, let me see. Yeah, it still works. So top left, hit on the plus button and it will give you all the new widgets. So for example, I have notes. This is not new, but there is a new Google Chrome widgets, which is the dinosaur running, and then you can also like play games. I know that works on the full browser, but I don't know if it works here. Let's try that out. All right, so I'm gonna add that. So we have different widgets of Google, like search for URL or that. I prefer this one. So yeah, I'm gonna add that, and it goes directly to my screen. So I'm guessing this is gonna be a QR code. I'm guessing for sure. Let me try that. Yeah, it is a QR code, so no way I'm going to allow that to access my camera. So for that, we're done with the widgets, and if you still want to play around with some other widgets, guys, you can go around and do some other things. However, I can tell that it's really fluid. So if you're coming from an older iPad device which doesn't have the 120 Hertz refresh rates, please leave a comment below and tell me if you notice that your iPad seems faster or more fluid compared to when it was running on iOS 14 or older OS. So if you notice one thing, when you scroll to the left, app draw, which comes out really fast, and I like the way it is arranged. You can choose to change it. Instead of coming out like that with this animation, you can choose to just scroll up. That is totally up to you. I prefer the way it is out of the box, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Another new feature which came with the iPadOS 15 is the universal control. So basically what that does is, with the use of your doesn't necessarily need to be a magic mouse, but with the use of a mouse, you can drag files from your iPad to your MacBook or to whatever Mac device you have on there. So basically it means you can drag files from there to there, and from vice versa, you can drag files from your Mac or from iMac back to your iPad. People who do a lot of editing or using random software will find this really beneficial. But at the moment, at this release, it's unfortunate that it has not been included in this update. So basically, maybe when iOS 15.1, when iPadOS 15.1 or some random update comes out, then it will be out. For now, they said it will be on this fall which we don't know when that is, but I think it's just going to be a latest update, and it should be there. Another thing that Apple has included is the Quick Note, guys. I love Quick Note. Quick Note started like something third-party app, and then Apple bought it. Crazy, right? So Quick Note is basically, if you're anywhere, let's say for example I'm on YouTube, I'm watching this random video, and I'm gonna pause that anyways. That was J. Cole anyways. And I need to take a note. I'll take the mouse out. I could just slide from the bottom of my right up, and that will be Quick Notes, and I can type and add my notes, and that will be fine. So you can actually watch something, get information from something you're watching on YouTube, and you can just access your Quick Notes and then type. It doesn't need to be YouTube, it could be any browser. So this would work from any part of your home screen. So not that. So for example, say I'm on Chrome. You know what? Yeah, let's go back to Chrome. Say for example, I'm on Chrome. I'm reading about this, and I want to get some information. I could actually copy. Do that. I could actually copy from here. Copy information from here. Copy and then paste on the notes, which is something dope. So talking about copying and pasting, there is another new feature which Apple has included also in iPadOS. So it's basically like the thing that you find on iOS 15, which is the picture mode, where you take photos of an object that has notes on it. You can from there access to copy the notes and paste. What they've done is actually, if you have a picture, for example, I'll show you. If I go to my home screen, and if I go to my photos, so this is a picture, this is a photo that I have taken screenshots from my during my updates. I'll just make sure that you see that, just to show you that this is a photo. So these are my different photos. So if I go there, holding on that, because it's got notes, I can copy from the photo. And then let's go back to the notes. Now let's access it from here, and I can paste. How crazy is this, guys? Paste. Like, I think iPadOS 15 is just making iPad better and better, and wow, guys, like this has definitely replaced my MacBook. So that's about it on Quick Notes, guys. And another feature which Apple has included or improved on is the multitasking. So basically, before, when performing multitasking, you need to like drag an icon from the bottom, and now let's say for example I have that opened and I need to open something else. I'll need to drag from here. I would need to drag from here and then add there to make multitasking. But they've done something new, which if you look closely up here, there are 3 dots there. If you touch on that, it will display and I'll show you how you want your multitasking to look like. So if I press on there, it will move that way. And if I go back, to be honest, I still do not like Apple multitasking. I would prefer if they just copy what Samsung has done and just give it some random new name. This multitasking for me is very useless, but it's been improved. It's better than the way it was before. So move to that way. You still have your thing here. I can still access my Quick Notes. I can still do some other things if I want to open my photo. And now during your multitask, you can perform more function compared to before on how it was on iOS 14. But again, still I don't like it. I prefer that of Samsung, which is very easy and very easy and straightforward. I don't like the Apple system of multitasking. Another new feature is the low power mode. So low power mode is not like it's gonna do anything. It's just like what you have on your iPhone. For example, if you notice that your battery is draining really fast, especially for those of us who owns the iPad Pro and you've got the Magic Keyboard, you would notice this Magic Keyboard is a drainer. This really takes your battery life really fast on your iPad Pro. So what you need to do, if you want to save battery, you could go on your setting. I already have it set. If you notice, let me try to make a zoom and unlock. If you notice, the battery is yellow, however it should be green, so I'll go back. So to access that is the same thing you do on your phone. Just go on settings and then scroll down to battery. I have battery there. Click on the battery and then it will show you percentage. This would, if you want to know how many percent your battery is, it's up there. You can turn that off, and if you want to turn low battery mode on, you can turn that on and that icon becomes yellow. If I turn that off, it becomes green again. So yeah, it becomes white, sorry. Cool. So that's battery mode, guys, and it's just something, and it gives you information about your battery as well. Well, since we are in settings, another quick function that Apple has given us is focus mode. So focus mode is basically you going to do not disturb. So how you access that is still from here. Just slide down and it says focus, click on that, and it gives you do not disturb, personal, work. What the difference between these are, for example, you want just a specific person to call you, you can leave only that person to be able to call you. Every other phone calls will not ring, or you won't get any notification. For example, I prefer to leave mine at work because every now and then on an app called Teams, my place of work, we always send in messages and we always need to read and write and update stuff. So I'll leave my team that I can get messages from them whenever there is a message. So it's up to you what you want to access, but I find this as a way like you can be more focused on your work instead of you like trying to do something on your work and then you have notifications popping up and then you go check your notification and before you know you end up scrolling for another maybe 10 to more minutes. So anyways, guys, that's about it on focus. Another quick one on the photo app, it also gives you information about your photo. For example, if you click on the information icon there, it tells you where your photo is stored at or where it got it from. It tells you the resolution, it tells you the location, and it tells you what, if for example it's a plant, it will tell you what kind of plant it is. How crazy is that? Another feature is on the Safari app. If you go on Safari, now there is a mic button for the search. So for example, you're lazy to type like me, on here on the right, bottom right, there is an icon to type or to speak to your Siri. While on here you can speak to Safari. Open a picture of food. Yeah, I keep using the word picture instead of photo. So that is it. If you're lazy to type like me, sometimes when I'm on the bed I feel really lazy to start typing on the keyboard, so I think that's a good feature that they just added, so I could just speak and it opens and search for what I want. And last but not the least for this video, guys, is the update on the keyboard. So if you own the Magic Keyboard, if you go on the last button on your left, which is the globe button, if you hold on that, now it will give you option of what you can do. Why? These are all shortcuts. So for example, say I'm in Safari or Google, for example. Let's say I'm reading an article, scientific article.
According to Wikipedia.
Hey, shut up. So on here, for example, holding on this, it will give me option on what I can do. If you want to go home, if you want to return, you want to shift, you want a space, you want to copy and all, it gives you all shortcut here. So guys, iPadOS 15 has been a brain alike. For me, it's one of the best major updates since the existence of iPadOS. And from this stage forward, I just hope it gets better and better. And anyways, that's about it, guys. If you watched the video up to this point, I say thank you, and please do not forget to subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.